Rake is fighting Bangladesh security forces on a bridge in the middle of downtown Dhaka. Tyler is severely injured after being shot again by an unseen shot. Tyler takes a moment to calm himself before considering his next move. 2 days ago, in Mumbai, a teenager Ovi Mahajan Jr. is the son of the largest drug lord in India, who is imprisoned, and he comes home from school after a long day. Ovi safeguards a very protected and isolated life, and the only time he interacts with people his own age is at school. Ovi's friends forced him to attend a party at a club, so he gets out of his house to visit a club, which was attended by a girl from school who Ovi likes. Men in police uniforms, who works for Mahajan's rival, Amir Asif, Bangladesh's largest drug lord, shoot Ovi's friend and kidnap him. Soju Rav, Mahajan's deputy, visits him in prison to tell him the bad news, and Mahajan Sr. informs Soju that Ovi's kidnapping is not for ransom, just to humiliate him. He insists that Soju enter Asif's complex and extract him, which Soju claims will require an army. Mahajan informs Soju that if he does not return Ovi, his son would not live to see his next birthday. Soju returns home to his little boy and wife Nasa and informs her that since the police have blocked Mahajan's money, he is the only way Mahajan has to return Ovi. Soju tells Nasa that he knows someone, but his price will be expensive for Mahajan. Nasa begs him to do whatever it takes. Tyler is drinking beers with friends on a cliffside in Kimberley, Australia, when he jumps out into the lake below, shocking his friends. When he goes back home, Nick Khan awaits him. Tyler agrees to take the extraction task when she informs him how complex it is. Nick is concerned as Rake drinks and takes drugs, and says it was a mistake to come to him, believing he has a dying wish. He says he only needs the money. She promises to transport him to work as long as he gets sober. Tyler and Nick go to Dhaka, Bangladesh, to meet with their crew to get information on the extraction. Tyler goes to the city to meet with the ransomers, who cover his head and load him into a van. When he is unmasked, they demand the money, which he refuses without confirmation that Ovi is okay. One of them holds a gun to Tyler's head and presses the trigger, and he doesn't even blink, already knowing that the gun has no magazine. They show Tyler Ovi, tied and gagged but alive, in another room. Tyler then brutally eliminates the kidnappers with the help of his teen snipers, sparing only a young soldier whom he advises to flee. He frees Ovi, and the two flee from the building. Asif has one of his henchmen throw young children from the roof to their deaths until one of them confesses to stealing his money. Farhad, a teenage teen, claims it was the youngster he had just thrown off the building. Asif praises his smarts before instructing him to cut off 2 of his fingers since the thief has died and he needs a lesson to everyone not to steal from him. Before Farhad cuts his fingers off, a colonel informs Asif that Ovi is no longer a captive. Farhad is spared, and Asif orders that the city and all transportation to and from it shut down. Tyler makes a video proving that he has Ovi with him before taking him to the extraction spot, where a few members of the team are waiting for him. However, Nick and the team's command headquarters do not get the money that were intended to be delivered upon receipt of the video. The rest of Tyler's squad is attacked and killed by Bangladeshi police who arrive at the extraction spot, forcing Tyler and Ovi to flee. Soju, one of the armed guys hunting them, invites Ovi to join him. Ovi wants to go, but Tyler throws a grenade and carries him away. Ovi says that Soju works for his father, but Tyler finds everything suspicious. Tyler and the police engage in a long and winding car chase, which escalates to a foot chase in which Tyler must battle and kill many of the armed squad's pursuers while keeping Ovi safe. He engages in a ruthless fight with Soju that goes down several stories and into the streets. Tyler is injured by a car, allowing Soju to kill several Bengalese police officers and seize Ovi, but Tyler strikes Soju with a truck and takes Ovi with him, resulting in another police chase. They get out before the car explodes, and Ovi helps Tyler, who is severely injured, limp away. When they discover a safe location to hide, Tyler teaches Ovi how to help him care for his wounds. Nick calls Tyler and informs him that Soju is a former Special Forces member. She tells Tyler that they were tricked, they wanted the team to bring back the kid but never intended to pay them. She tells him where an extraction point is that will allow him to escape out of the city and that he must leave Ovi behind. He doesn't want to leave him behind and tells Nick to get the money. Ovi overhears and remarks that Tyler, like his father, sees him as a thing rather than a person. Meanwhile, a severely injured Soju tends to his wounds, snapping his own nose back into position. He calls Nasa and tells her that if she doesn't hear from him within 12 hours, she should take their money and leave. He makes her put their son on the phone so he can speak with him one more time. As Tyler and Ovi approach the extraction spot, they are attacked by Farhad and many other child soldiers, who have been highly armed by Asif. They fight, but Tyler subdues them and drags Ovi into the sewers to continue running. He calls Nick for help, who is disappointed that he hasn't abandoned Ovi, and instructs her to contact Gasper, an old mercenary who is presently living in the area. Nick argues it's a bad idea, but Tyler insists that Gasper owes him. Gasper arrives, picks them up, and drives them to his home. He and Tyler enjoy a drink, and Gasper informs him that leaving the city will be extremely difficult. Farhad loses a finger as a result of his failure to capture Tyler, and he begs Asif to let him try again, telling him Tyler made him look foolish. Back at Gasper's, Ovi apologizes to Tyler, claiming it is his fault Tyler almost died. Tyler responds that it is solely his fault. Ovi calls Tyler brave and asks if he has a family, to which Tyler responds that he has a wife he hasn't seen in a long time and a kid who died of lymphoma a few years ago. He was in Afghanistan when his son died, having gone voluntarily. Unable to endure witnessing his son die, he tells Ovi that he is not brave at all. Later, Gasper informs Tyler that there is no chance Ovi will make it out of Bangladesh alive, Asif will never allow it happen. He informs him that rather than allowing Asif to have his way with him, it may be preferable for Ovi to be mercifully killed now. He informs Tyler that the bounty is $10 million and advises Tyler to just hand over the kid. Tyler shoves Gasper, who reveals that he has made a deal with Asif, $10 million, they both live, and they give up the child. He assures Tyler that he doesn't have to kill Ovi, but that he will do so to save Tyler's life. The two engage in a brutal physical fight, and before Gasper can bash Tyler's head in, Ovi appears with Tyler's a gun. When Gasper attacks him, Ovi shoots him twice, killing him. Tyler comforts him while he tears. Tyler, out of ideas, calls Soju and arranges a meeting, telling him he only wants Ovi to get out. Soju informs Tyler of Mahajan's threat against his family. Tyler assures him that he would draw the enemy's fire in order to give Soju time to get Ovi to safety. Tyler blows up a vehicle and then opens fire, giving Soju and Ovi a chance to flee the city in a car, but they are forced to continue on foot when they get stuck in traffic. When the police stop them, Soju engages in a firefight with them. Tyler engages in his own battle with enemies, while Nick arrives at the extraction location armed with a rocket launcher and shoots down an enemy helicopter with a rocket launcher, as Asif looks on in fear. Soju tries to open a passage for Ovi across the bridge but is trapped down, so Tyler jumps in to start wiping out the enemy soldiers. A shooter shoots Soju in the head, killing him and leaving Ovi alone. Nick manages to snipe out the sniper, and Tyler kills the majority of the ones on the ground, but he is severely injured, taking us to the beginning of the film. He imagines his son as Ovi arrives and clutches his hand while crying. Tyler tells him to rush to the helicopter, while Ovi begs him to get up. Eventually, Ovi runs for the helicopter. When the coast is clear, Tyler gets up and heads for the evacuation, but a bullet tears through his neck as Nick and Ovi watch in shock. The shooter is revealed to be Farhad, who Nick shoots but manages to flee. Ovi rushes towards Tyler, but Nick holds him back. Tyler remembers his son before he falls off the bridge into the lake below. 8 months later, Ovi has returned to India, but Asif remains in power in Bangladesh. When Asif enters a bathroom, Nick enters and shoots him in the head several times while he lies on the floor. Ovi dives into a swimming pool and surfaces. As he earlier explained Tyler, drowning is caused by being unable to rise above the water. As Ovi emerges from the water, a man appears to be watching from outside the pool.